So I don't know if you can tell, but this place is lit up like a fucking beacon tonight. This is the same exact place that I always record. Ooh, hang on. This is like the same exact place that I always record, but now there's a shit ton of people here. Well, there actually aren't that many, but there's a good amount. And as you can see, my parking spot has been taken by this asshole right here. But it's whatever. I'll just sit back here lurking with my fucking camera and microphone. Honestly, I came out here to to run or whatever, but obviously that's not going to happen, so I'm not gonna let this trip go to waste. I'm not gonna let this gas go to waste. So today's video is my experience with women. Where can I start with this? So I don't have much experience with women. Most of my experience with women has just been me being like an emotional tampon and a beta orbiter, right? So I don't really have much to say. Most of these stories are literally just going to be the same exact formula of I find a girl, I like her, she doesn't like me back, I do everything for her, and then we stop being friends for whatever reason. Just, maybe like a few variations here and there, but that's generally like what happens. So I guess I'll start with the most recent... Oh, fuck, I don't know. Let's go back to the beginning. I don't know. The most generic example of this that I can think of was in sophomore year, right? There's this girl named Lauren. Oh, shit. Okay, actually, no, fuck that. Fuck all that. Cut all that shit out. That was the most boring, uninteresting bullshit I've ever talked about on this entire channel. I have literally nothing of interest to say about Lauren. It's literally the most generic, basic, beta orbiter situation that I could think of, Like, the only thing that I didn't do was buy her shit. That's literally it. But everything else... Well, I mean, arguably. But everything else I did. I was textbook beta orbiter. So I'm skipping right past that to what matters, my first love interest. Man, I'm actually worse at this than... I feel like I was better at putting my thoughts together in like my earlier videos, but for whatever reason, maybe it's just because I'm around all these assholes, and all these people around here are making me a little nervous. I don't know. I may re-record this video. I don't fucking know. But I guess I'll start with my love life, right? My non-existent love life. So I'll go ahead and say it right now. I've had girls who were in love with me, but not really, because we were like 5 years old. Because like my sister's friends, like I don't know about all of them, but I know at least one of them had a crush on me, and that was just because I was like a guy that she was around, rather than actually being attractive. Because I mean, we were too young to really comprehend that kind of thing, I guess. It was just, oh, that's a guy, he's got a penis, I have a vagina, so we were made to go together. But yeah, that's probably the only girl who's ever shown me any type of interest in my life, except for one, okay? I'm going to talk about a girl named Casey. Her name is Casey, that's what we're calling her. And Casey, I met Casey in 8th grade. Casey was the first girl who's ever showed me any kind of interest. I don't want to say it was like a super deep interest or anything, but I really feel like Casey genuinely loved me, right? Oh god, I'm having a really hard time making this video. I don't know, I feel like this is kind of an important video and I probably should just stop recording and record it another day, but I mean, I'm already here, man, so I'm just gonna keep going and push through it and hope that I can get everything out. But Casey loved me, right? And I loved her back. In fact, for a while, there was actually a time that I didn't love her back, because Casey was like, not super attractive, right? And this is before that this is before I really started lowering my standards, because, it was 8th grade, I was thinking, oh, I still got like a hot girlfriend on the horizon. But, as I got to know her and talk to her a little bit more, I actually remember there was this time when her sister, who we'll call Kane, sure. Well, her sister Kane came along and messaged me on Skype, right? And and she was like, hey Jack, do you like my sister? And I was like, I thought about it for a second. I was like, nah, you know, I really like Casey as a friend. You know, I don't really see her in that way. And then literally a week later, like I had a dream about her. Like that was a pivot, like the pivot point for me. I had a dream that we were like in a playground just kissing or something like that. And I woke up and I was like, holy shit. And I hopped onto Skype and I messaged Kane and I was like, hey, I think I'm madly in love with your sister. And yeah, that started our little budding relationship. However, this relationship never actually progressed into an actual like boyfriend girlfriend situation because we both acknowledged and recognized that we liked each other, but I was too much of a pussy to make the first move, and obviously, you know, she being a girl isn't going to make the first move. Um, so I never asked her out on a date or anything ever, partly because I was a pussy and partly because I didn't really know how to, because I don't really have a car. I can't drive us anywhere. I'm not gonna like make her walk with me somewhere, you know? So, you know, what do we do? I don't want to get our parents to drive us or anything, so I was just kind of like stuck, you know, between a rock and a hard place. Um, oh, actually, something interesting. I'll get this over with quickly. I don't know if anybody knows the YouTuber Cryotic. He's got a oh shit. He's got this live stream they call the Late Night Crew, and they're cool and all. Well, I met Cry once, or at least somebody who played a really good Cry impression, right? In all likelihood, it probably was just a Cry impression for reasons I'm going to ignore, forget it. But I was in a group chat with some Cry fans, right? And like one of the Cry moderators, one of the Twitch chat moderators, because we were all talking about, oh yeah, I love Cry, you know, he's such a cool dude, whatever, blah blah blah. And the Twitch chat moderator just kind of like silently, like I could hear them giggle, right? And he was like, hey, I'm just gonna add somebody to the call real quick. And surely enough, you know, a few minutes later, Cryotic popped into the call. And he's like, hey guys, and everybody just kind of like went quiet for a second, and we said, oh, hey, and we kind of like continued on with our conversation for a little bit, and then he started laughing. It's like, come on, you guys are just gonna pretend like I'm not here, like you don't know me. And everybody was like, oh shit, it's really him, because I guess there's this like disbelief that's like, did this really just fucking happen? And so we literally spent all day just like, well, not all day, I want to say maybe like an hour or two, like playing video games and shit, and just like talking with each other. And it was one of the coolest fucking moments of my entire life. Just being able to play games with a YouTuber, just chill out with them, and with a whole bunch of fans. And I'm going on a big tangent here, but honestly, I don't care. This is the most interesting part of the video. There's this girl, Rachel, who was a big fan of Cry. And I remember the next day, because for whatever reason, we managed to get him on the next day. We only got him on for these 2 days. We can never organize another playing session with him again, because I guess he was just always so busy. And he rarely ever did anything. But the second day, I managed to get my friend Rachel, and she was so fucking excited. Like I swear she was like creaming on the other side of the microphone when Cry joined the call. That's not fucking funny. It was funnier in person. God, I like recorded parts of the call, but I honestly don't know where they are anymore. I think I have like one clip left after like a purge on my computer because I got a stupid fucking virus and it encrypted all my files, except I have one audio file left. And I'll have to find it, man, because I gotta put it in this video, because it's the hypest fucking shit in the world, man. And do you hear my dumbass fucking voice in the background, my dumbass like 8th grader voice? Oh, it's so fucking cool.
It's good to be good.
So good.
What time is it for you?
It's like I have no idea. I'll have to turn on PlayStation.
It's you have to turn on the PlayStation?
Yeah, because of like fucking time in the corner, it's messed up. I have to fix it.
Oh, Cry, do you have the new PlayStation 4?
Yes.
That's fucking cool. I'm gonna have it too.
I'm getting it. I don't like
20 years. It comes out in Sweden in 3 days, so I'm gonna fucking have it. I don't care about I don't care about.
I wasn't really about it, but it was.
No,
It
but
is 1:20 in the afternoon.
It's 12:25
It's-
for me.
Oh, I was an hour long.
in Sweden it's 7 p.m. If PM is on like the night or
Yeah.
something.
It's 6:24 here.
But the entire point that I went on this tangent was because I asked Cry to basically ask Casey out for me, right? And so basically I gave him this stupid little script like hey Casey, you should totally go out with Jack. And it was like this little stupid 20-second long clip of Cry telling Casey to go out with me. And it was the coolest fucking shit in the world that I had that shit. And I was going to give it to her at like the opportune time. And I was going to like ask her out immediately after. I had a whole fucking deal planned. I want something like that to happen again. But anyway, moving on. It wound up not working out because I'm a bitch. Now, Casey was almost perfect personality-wise because, you know, she was talkative. She could always, she was bubbly. She was always able to carry the conversation even when I wasn't able to. And the one issue that I had with her was that she teased me a lot, right? Now, to me today, this really wouldn't be an issue. I'd be down for teasing myself and teasing her. But this was me in 8th grade. And me in 8th grade, if you'll recall from my Why I'm an Incel video, if you watch that, I was very insecure and I pretended to be somebody that I wasn't, right? And so obviously when I was talking to Casey and she called out all these, character flaws that I had or whatever, I got angry because it's like, no, that's not me. I'm trying my best to like not be this awkward, quiet, cringy person, right? And she's like calling it out as if that's, who I am, which it was, but it just angered me. And so one day she just kind of like went too far and just was like ripping into me, like absolutely about, pretty much everything that I've ever been insecure about in my entire life. And I just snapped, I got really angry. And, now here's the thing. There's a person walking. I don't know if I should record them, so I'm going to push my phone down here. But here's the thing. I do not show my anger. I really don't. A lot of people don't realize I'm angry because I just kind of like go quiet or whatever. And a lot of the times I just go quiet without being angry, so it's not really an unusual thing for me to just go quiet. So she didn't realize that I was getting really pissed off. I never communicated with her that I didn't enjoy the teasing. And that's where the issue was. Shit me. I know they can hear me. Well, I have a pretty quiet voice. Maybe they can't. Whatever. Look at this dude in the yellow shirt's fucking asshole. I hate him. Get out of here. So she didn't realize. I'm sure if I communicated, she probably would have stopped or at least, toned it down a bit. But I was a fucking idiot. I mean, I was in 8th grade. Can you really blame me? I'm dumb. So, I stopped being friends with her, and it was really kind of a sad situation because I essentially just tried to ghost her, but she was very adamant against me ghosting her. Like, she was really aggressive with it, and she would, like, come up to me, and I remember we had a conversation one day, and she pretty much just said to me, so what, we're just not friends anymore? We're just, like, not talking to each other anymore? And I was like, yeah. And she kind of, like, walked away dejected. Like, it was the saddest fucking thing in the world. And then, it got to the point where she was, like, trying to play, like, mind games with me. Because, like, she, like, called me over one day in class. It was like, hey, I've got another guy that I'm trying to go after. And she later said that, that was just, like, a stupid little play to try and get me to, get jealous and come back to her. But obviously it didn't work because I just didn't want anything to do with her after all that. And, I got over that situation fairly quickly. But, she didn't. I later learned that she spent, like, the entire summer and some of the next year, like, brooding over me. The fact that I just kind of, and she didn't even know what she did. That was the worst part about it. She didn't know why she, was rejected, I guess. And this manifested in a form that I will explain in just a bit, because I met her again junior year of high school. at a Mardi Gras party, at a Mardi Gras parade. Sorry, and it was quite an interesting meetup because the first thing she did was make out with my friend. And it was kind of the dumbest fucking thing in the world because my friend didn't even find her attractive. He just kind of like went with the flow. Like, he was completely sober. Like, there were no drugs involved in this whole situation, but he just decided to like make out with her. I really don't know how that worked. Casey's very aggressive when she wants a guy. And I guess my buddy just didn't know how to deal with it, so he just kind of played along and made out with her. I don't fucking know, man. And it was kind of nasty, to be honest with you, because like they sat there for like maybe 30 minutes just making out, and like she would like take a bite of her burger and drink wash it down with her lemonade and then go straight back to making out with him. But I digress. Point is, she saw me again, and we exchanged like Snapchats or whatever, and we started kind of rekindling a sort of friendship, and that sort of evolved somewhat into I don't want to say it was another relationship because it was very one-sided. Casey clearly wanted to get with me, but I really didn't want to get with her, and let me tell you why. Oh, there's a guy right next to my car. God damn it. Will these guys just leave me alone and let me record my video in peace? So I'll tell you why. Because I think a lot of people are gonna like shout Volcel at me. Because I mean, this event 100% made me a Volcel. But what happened was that when I broke up with Casey. Now I don't know if this is a direct cause of a direct effect of me completely rejecting her and fucking her over, or if it was just going to happen regardless. But she entered a hoe phase. Like a real hoe phase. And in that time, she slept with, I want to say it was like 27 guys or something like that. It was like well into the double digits. And she was just having sex with like everybody she could get her hands on, pretty much. Like anybody who was willing to have sex with her, she had sex with them, right? And that... man, here's the thing, right? That turns me off, and I can't really explain why. Because, like, yeah, she's experienced in bed. Why is that a bad thing? Or am I slut-shaming her or whatever? And it's like, I can't really come up with a logical argument for why I'm against it, but I absolutely am against it. But yeah, I was supposed to be, like, different. I was supposed to be the one to fix her. That was the whole deal. In fact, I heard that she had a conversation with some of my friends, and basically what she said was that she was caught between a rock and a hard place, right? She had to make the decision. Oh, should I go with I'll call him the guy who made out with Casey, my buddy. I'll call him Angel. Sure, we'll call him Angel. Oh, should I go out with Angel or should I go out with Jack? Oh, as if either one of us actually liked her. Like, literally neither of us liked her. Angel was just weird and decided to make out with her for no reason. And I never actually expressed my love for her. She just kind of like assumed that I was into her. In fact, I remember she eventually chose me. Right? And like, I literally remember trying to encourage Angel to go for her, but he was just like, no, please, I don't want to do it. I don't actually like her. And just so that I could, get out of the whole situation. And I remember trying to encourage her, yeah, just go after Angel. Angel's a cool dude. He's a great person to date, but she won't take the fucking bait. And I remember being over at her house, which was a really dumb idea, but she got me in my weak spot. She asked me to cook for her, and I fucking love cooking. I love cooking for other people, so I couldn't resist it. I went and cooked for her, and it was delicious, by the way. But Cajun chicken pasta. Later that day, we were cuddling in bed, and yeah, I know, I'm dumb, and I get in these stupid fucking situations. And she literally reaches for my dick, right? And I kind of like playfully swat her hand away maybe like 4 or 5 times before she finally gets the memo that I do not want to have sex here. And she essentially took that as oh, you're just not ready to have sex right now, you know? Which, no, I just don't want to have sex with you, period. I don't want to be like guy number 32, you know what I mean? I mean, she later said that, I keep going on these big fucking tangents, but she later said that it was kind of cool or kind of admirable that, that I was so hard to get, you know? Like I was a prize and she had to earn me. And that, I gotta be honest with you, that's pretty fucking flattering. I think something that I neglected to mention at the very beginning of this video is that I am incredibly fucking grateful that there was any girl who was ever this interested in me. Like, holy fucking shit. It still blows my mind to this day that anybody actually liked me that much. And I really hope that I can find another girl to, to treat me like that. It's just that I was a fucking idiot and I fucked up in 8th grade and I didn't want to date a hoe, you know? And I actually remember when I was hanging out with her, the day that I cooked for her, I got a text from my sister, right? And my sister was telling me, Jack. Oh, God fucking damn, I said my name again. My sister was telling me, do not go out with this woman. She is a hoe. She will give you all kinds of STDs. Do not, under any circumstances, date her, and do not sleep with her, right? And I was like, oh shit, okay, all right, you know, that's a good enough excuse for me. Sorry, Casey, can't sleep with you. But yeah, that's the Casey saga. It eventually ended with I'll actually tell you Casey's plan for me, because Casey had a plan, right? Her idea was that oh, actually no. Okay, so here's how it ended. She called me over to because this was in school, right? She texted me and she was like, "Listen, I really need to talk to you. So please please come talk to me in the morning in the lunchroom and we'll meet up." And I was really fucking nervous because I was thinking, oh, she's gonna ask me out, and now I've got to find a way to reject her nicely. And I remember the entire morning I was just sitting there thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? How the hell am I going to let her down lightly? You know? And you know, the time came and I saw her. She called me over. We sat down, and she essentially told me, "Listen, I'm going into college. We're going into college, and I want to have fun." Right, I want to have fun, you know, party, get drunk, sleep with a whole bunch of guys, and because you know, I really feel like college is a time for experimentation, right? And I don't really want to tie myself down to one person because of this, and I really hope you understand this, Jack. So, her plan was to sleep. Okay, right. It's one thing to do this without telling anybody, without telling to the person, but it's a completely different situation to literally tell the dude, to tell the fucking beta cuck that, hey, I'm going to sleep with a whole bunch of guys, and then finally, you know, when I'm ready to settle down and I'm past my prime, I'm going to, you know, get with you. Like, she really said that to me. Like, she seriously unironically said that shit to me. Oh, God, that was scary, I'll be honest with you. Oh, there's no light anymore. I don't know if there's any point in holding this, camera up anymore. She really said that shit to me. And, there we go. Light. And so, I mean, obviously I was relieved, right? Because, okay, great, you know, I don't have to deal with this shit anymore. And, you know, she hugged me and we went our separate ways and we never talked since. Sorry, what a terrible fucking joke. What a stupid fucking situation. What a joke of a life that I have. So yeah, that's my love interest. The only love interest I had. Not true. So this video is like 30 minutes long, and I have 2 more people to talk about. I don't know if... Fuck it, you know, yeah, no, we'll make a 40-minute video, screw it. So the next girl, years later, I meet a girl, actually no, this was senior year. I meet a girl in my tech theater class, And her name's Emily. Emily is a real sweet girl. She's nerdy as shit, right? She's kind of goofy looking. Honestly, she doesn't look that attractive, but she actually showed me, she actually, like, gave me attention, and I was able to talk to her, and she was, like, real nerdy, and she was clearly, like, pretty insecure, kind of like I was, so I was thinking, oh, we have so much in common. And, so I decided, yeah, sure, I'll see what happens. Now, I'm kind of a scumbag, because I'll be perfectly honest with you, when I went into this, I did not plan on getting with Emily exactly. Well, I planned on getting with her, but I didn't plan on staying with her. Because I knew that we were both super awkward, and this relationship wasn't going to work for any extended amount of time. But, let's just see what happens. Let's see if I can get in a relationship with this woman. And so, you know, oh God, it took me so fucking long to make a move on her. Holy shit. I think I talked to her for like 8 months or something like that. Like, well after the fucking semester ended. Like, I got her phone number, like, maybe midway through the semester, and then I finally asked her out on a date. Which wasn't even a date. I asked her to, quote-unquote, hang out, right? January. It was January. And, this was the first time that I ever asked her to hang out. And, I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be nerve-wracking, it's gonna be really scary, but she canceled on me. Right? And I was thinking, oh, well, okay, you know, whatever, she canceled on me. I'll ask her out again at some other point. And, she canceled on me again. Right? And I was thinking, well, maybe it was just a terrible coincidence. And so I maybe asked her like 15 times over the course of our, you know, quote-unquote relationship to do something with me, and every single time she found some fucking excuse to get away from me. And so I finally confronted her about this. No, I confronted her about this once, and she wouldn't budge. She wouldn't fucking budge, right? And then I confronted her about it again, like, I'm gonna say a full year later. A full year of talking to this woman and her fucking dodging all of my, dodging all of my proposals. And, she finally came out and said it, that she was just being a bitch, right? That she was just, really nervous and didn't want to, every time the day comes, she just bailed out because her anxiety got too bad. Which, you know, I respect, but fucking hell, tell me! Do not let me chase you for a goddamn year and then tell me that shit! But whatever, it's not like I had any other girls on the fucking table to, worry about. So, that's the only reason I fucking stuck with it. Okay, sorry, so, after that whole situation, she texted me. I mean, I asked her on another date, and she texted me like the morning of the date and was like, sorry, gotta cancel, right? But, you know, in addition to this, she also sent a big ass paragraph about, sorry, but I just don't like you like that anymore, right? I did at one point, but not anymore. I've done some serious soul searching, whatever. And part of me was relieved that I didn't have to deal with this bullshit anymore, and I could finally stop texting her after all this fucking time. And part of me was disappointed that after a fucking year of letting me run in circles, essentially, we finally get to a point where we're actually, like, communicating with each other. And then the day of the goddamn date! You cancel and hit me with this shit. But whatever. Sometime later, she messaged me again, and see, I inquired, like, what's your deal? What do you want, right? And she was like, oh, I missed our conversations, whatever. And I finally get her to go on a date with me. Not a date, but, like, as friends. Because, you know, it's been so fucking long that we may as well just, you know, start from the beginning again. So we're going to this place as friends, right? And guess what? She showed up. She was actually there. We actually, like, hung out in person, and it was, like, the weirdest fucking thing in the world. And it was actually kind of cool because, you know, I came up with a questionnaire, and I carried that date. Let me just tell you. I was the entire reason that date was actually fun. But regardless, after I'd say it went fairly well, but there clearly just wasn't enough chemistry between us, because when the questionnaire was over and we were just like talking to each other, there wasn't much more left to say. So, you know, we went our separate ways, and we haven't talked to each other since. We I don't know, man. I guess like we tried talking to each other a little bit over text, but it just nothing was happening. This relationship clearly wasn't going to go anywhere, so we just stopped talking to each other. And that was my second real love interest. My third love interest is somebody who I'm actually talking to right now, and her name is Ashley. Ashley, yes, we'll call her Ashley. I feel like I already used that name. Fuck it. We'll call her Ashley. Now, Ashley was also not very attractive, but hey, fuck it. Let's try it anyway. I don't have any standards, that's for goddamn sure. So, I met Ashley at work. She was kind of like at a different section of me. I'd have to explain the entire job to explain, you know, the dynamics between us. Whatever. We made friends, and she was real cool. She was like really mature, and yet she was like 2 years younger than me. And I remember thinking, wow, this girl's like really unique. I think it would be really nice to like I think it'd be nice to date her and like add her to the trophy of girls that I'll be conquering in my lifetime, because this one's truly unique and not like all the other ones, right? Long story short, I talked to her for a little bit. You know, we went out on a date. I paid for her food. It was a pretty fun date. Had a lot of fun. Didn't have a fucking script for this one, right? We didn't have a questionnaire. We just talked to each other, and we were actually able to talk. Like, I remember sitting there in the parking lot for like 2 hours just talking with this girl. And I don't really know how much I want to share about this, because it's really not that interesting. And this video is getting super long anyway, but, so, we go to a park one day, right? And it's a pretty okay date. I realized that I'm not very masculine and not very attractive, because I've heard like boyfriends and girlfriends talk to each other before, and I don't talk like a boyfriend. I don't know what I talk like, but I do not talk like a boyfriend. So I could tell that like every word that came out of my mouth was just not attractive to her. But you know, I later find out, you know, it was really weird, right? Because I was kind of getting into it. I was kind of like falling in love with her a little bit more, because we were like laying down on the slide together, and we were like, you know, squeezed up next to each other and touching each other. And I remember my heart just kind of like my heart was like fluttering, and I was like, oh, is this what it's like to experience love? And then as we're leaving, like not during the date, but as we're leaving, this really caught me off guard, because I was expecting to like walk her to her car, and then you know, we'd go on our way. But she was like, nah, Jack, stop. You know, I gotta talk to you. And I'm thinking, oh, well, she's probably just gonna say some bullshit about how she's not gonna be able to hang out for a little bit or something, I don't know. And she hits me with like this really serious talk that I wasn't expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting this shit at all, and I didn't know how to respond, right? And she basically said, she like confessed to me that she was demisexual, which basically means that she's not sexually attracted to anybody unless, well, I guess sexually or mentally attracted to anybody, unless she like really knows them well. So she's like sexually attracted to personality, basically. Which is possibly good for me, to be honest with you, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get with a normal girl who likes normal guys. But at the same time, she essentially told me that, yeah, sorry, we can still be friends, right? And I don't know if she was implying that maybe something could come up later on, or if she was just saying that it's never going to work out between us. But she basically said it's not going to work out between us, at least right now, you know. And I really wasn't expecting it. I didn't know how to respond, and so I just kind of like smiled and nodded. I was like, okay, I get it, you know. And I really wish that she had told me that while we were like sitting on the slide together or something, because I would have been able to like come up with a real response instead of that weird cringy shit. But you know, it's whatever. And then she fucking like laid it on me that she was like sexually assaulted, and it's like, where did all this come from? Like, I feel like she had a script, right? Like, she had all this stuff that she wanted to say to me, and she wanted to like figure out how to let me down lightly. And then when the time came, she was like, oh shit, you know, it's time to do it. And you know, she just kind of like panicked, and regurgitated everything out without really thinking about it. And, obviously I wasn't prepared for it, so it was just a really awkward exchange all around. Still talking to her. I don't really know what I plan to get out of it, but like I said, she's a very unique girl, so I may as well keep on talking to her. Fuck it. Because, like, she's not letting me fucking orbit around her, so I'm down for this relationship. Even though she doesn't talk to me a whole lot. But, it's whatever. So I think this relationship is just going to kind of fizzle out and just become one with the archives again. But yeah, those are the 3 girls I've ever had any chance with being in a relationship with. The second 2, not really, because, demisexual and social anxiety to the point where she just didn't want to give me even a chance. But yeah, whatever. Who cares? That's my story. That's my experience with women. I think I'll have another video at some point about, God, I gotta cut out like the whole first 15 minutes of this goddamn video, because I was just like, I thought I could talk about every single girl that's ever entered in my life, and I realized that it's completely uninteresting. So I may just like make a separate video about what it's like to be a beta cuck. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Fuck me, it's fucking hot in here. Like, there's literally like condensation on my car. I don't know if you guys can see this shit. But my windshield is like fogging up because I think yeah, you can't see anything. So sweaty in here and humid, I guess. That's all I have to say. Yep, that's all I have to say. See you guys. Enjoy the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really doubt that you did, but if you did, leave a comment below. I fucking got a few comments on my other video. It was honestly the weirdest thing. I was actually really excited to get it, surprisingly enough. I was thinking, at first, I kind of like, my heart dropped, and I was thinking, oh shit, somebody actually watched my goddamn video. They're probably making fun of me and talking shit, but nah, they're nice people. And I hope I get more of those comments. I really like reading comments, even though there's only 2 of them. But it's just really nice to hear about, what people actually think about what I'm saying here, because, like, nobody ever talks to me. It's weird. People are actually, like, talking about things that I have to say. That's crazy. But whatever. I'm ending this video because it's, like, 40 minutes long. It's even longer than my goddamn Why I'm an Incel video. I don't know how the fuck this happened. Peace.